Well, a very good morning on the 22nd of May 23. Yep, this is the, well, I suppose I could call it stage 2 now, because I loaded yesterday, but let's just call it stage 1 actually, because I got kind of distracted yesterday. I ended up in a rant. So despite, excuse me, not the background traffic, pest. The load I done yesterday regarding this piece of furniture, I called it gloriously sidetrack, because that's exactly what happened. I started chatting about some other stuff. I've done a good job actually. I'm pretty pleased, to be honest, because most of what you saw there on Thursday or Friday is now gone. There are some marks which I'm afraid will just have to remain. If I take it down any further, you can see what's happening here. The varnish is starting to be removed, and we don't want that really. That green is what we were trying to get rid of, and the black, which I think I've succeeded in doing. I've got a couple of scratches here. I think there's either water. It's coming away alright, Andy, but we don't want to scratch it, see. Got to go with the wood. I've been inside this drawer. I've got two essential items for OCD, which I have. Number one for vacuuming, and this one, which I wanted to use anyway, is OCD tool, which I've not used for quite a while actually, but it's going to give a hygienic finish. Yeah. It's a steam cleaner, which leaves some water in the base, so you never get things off there. And then what will happen is with the hot sunshine, which is forecast, which is starting to break through, although I'm at the rear of the property in the shade, we'll give this a towel down. I went and used one of my good vests yesterday, and inadvertently I thought it was an old duster. Turns out to be one of my undergarments. So it's gone for the... So what we'll do, if we just give this a clean out, and we repeat that process throughout in every single drawer. I have a problem here on the left here. Yeah, we're not going to get this mark out of here, unfortunately. There was a paint mark or something scratched down here. It will come back again. So what I can do with this one at the side, it's not a big problem. As I say, it's going to be stuck in the bedroom with a few eyes upon it. What I'll do, if I feel disturbed by it in the future, I'll just give it a very, very fine, I've got a very thin artist brush, and I'll use a dark varnish and just put that through, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. As I say already, we've got a good finish here. It's quite glorious actually. It's a better light than what I was working in yesterday. It was very gloomy yesterday, and as I say, I went out and about. Look at that, it's beautiful wood, isn't it? So I think I've done not too bad a job here. And overall, you see how I have to clean out these drawers at the back. There's debris. So I will take my LCD tool and I will continue with my steam spray, and I'll give it a final wipe down with methylated spirits internally, which will help to bring up the wood and also to kill any potential bacteria. We don't want any bacteria. Just allow me to put my pea-brock up, I can hear it playing loudly. I like to play my pea-brock, the pipe, classical pipes, because it stirs the neighbours to think about their dull lives. I think you'll agree for £10 this was a pretty good purchase. And as I say, we'll get a doily or a piece of cloth maybe even, but I don't know, I'm quite happy to leave it as it is. No one's going to see it. In fact, I probably have I probably have a couple of items sitting on top. Perhaps even a clock or something, I don't know. So that's the job. Let's just put this one back up for a moment, Andrew, just to show that we're all in business here. It's not bad, Andy. But you see, when the light was impacted by the sun streaming through, it caused that UV glow. Oh, Andrew, speak properly. UV glare. That's what happened with my camera in Egypt. Everything turned out white. It's rather disappointing, my photography in Egypt. This here is, again, we can just finish off with a very faint brush of varnish if we need to consider this. But as I say, we don't have to do a tremendous lot with it. I've got most of the paint off. There's still a little bit to be done in this one here, and spots here as well, little specks and flakes, but overall, I mean, I'll show you the finished product before it goes into its appointed place, okay? These scratches will not disappear, unfortunately. They've gone through the varnish. I very much suspect that's could have been during the removal, or a piece of furniture has fallen against it. It could be anything. This, I think we'll get rid of. This one here, I think it's manageable. I don't know whether to laugh or cry, but I fucked it up. I think I did, at least. I did actually. I made a fatal error. When I was not thinking straight this morning, I scooted my OCD machine. I couldn't believe I'd done that. It wasn't meant to be done on the outside, it was meant to be done on the inside. Okay, to clean the drawers inside. I can't believe I scooted. As anyone knows, water and wood just do not get on together very well. So what happened is the water, the force of it hit the lacquer on the varnish veneer and caused white staining. It's not noticeable on these ones because that's a different drawer. But what I've had to do is sand it back and change the whole format of the dresser. I've been busy on top as well. Notice that mark, you see? But as a result of sanding back, I've lost its beautiful French polish sheen. It's not, I mean, it's not a, well, it's a disaster, Andrew, admit it. Personal disaster. I had it all sorted and now it's not sorted. So the idea I'll do is, if I want to salvage this £10 piece of furniture, I may just get a varnish remover, which is also going to cost money, and take it back to the clean wood and do the rest of the drawers as I've been doing. I've done the edges here so you can see how they come up pretty well, but it's not ideal, but that's what happens when you don't concentrate and pay attention when you're, well, you just do not do things like that. I do feel a little bit stupid actually because I spent a lot of hours yesterday getting it in a really nice sheen and taking away the worst of it, but at the end of the day, it's the reason it's gone. The reason it's a second-hand piece of furniture is because it is second-hand. So I make a decision on whether it's worth doing any more to it and lose my £10, or just accept it's a botched job in some respects, and I don't know yet. I feel a wee bit down about the idea that this beautiful old-fashioned wood is now looking rather tired and sad. But as you can see, it's cleaned up not bad, and I'll make a decision as what I'm going to do. But I'm afraid, I'm afraid I screwed it up. I thought about it, like you know, because in case if I don't come back to this dresser, you're thinking, oh, what's the story here? It was never going to be. It was never going to be sitting right anyway because of this thing here. So I think at the end of the day, it's going to need to be polished. Sorry, just taken back completely and sanded down to clean wood. But I don't think I'll be putting this in my bedroom after all. Not really. Every time I look at it, I'll be always reminded of how fucked up